Hello friends, welcome to Dr. Sudhir's classes. We will discuss today about the tips how you can maximize your score in the personality test in your final and the most decisive stage of the UPSC CSC examination for 2020. So, personality test is not just a test of it's not a question answer session in simple words. Rather, it is the test of overall personality, the kind of traits that are required to make you a successful civil servant. Now, so what are the do's and don'ts? What you should understand about this examination? Let us discuss one by one. The first thing that you must understand is that what personality test is not. It is not just a viva voce session. This is a test in which your personality will be judged by a group of experts who will judge your personality through a purposive conversation. And to have a purposeful conversation with an expert board, you should have a depth of knowledge. So the first criteria for your interview to be successful is to have a depth of knowledge, to have opinion on various issues that are in and around you presently or which are in recent past in and around you. The second thing is not only the knowledge that will help you to succeed in this process or in this final stage of your examination, because your knowledge has already been tested in prelim stage as well as in the main stage. Here they are testing your personality traits, your courage, your leadership, your team behavior, your decisiveness, okay, how spontaneously you can respond, your mental alertness. All these traits they wanted to test through the interview stage, in which for 20 to 30 minutes they will converse with you on variety of issues to know about you. They will provide you a very open and conducive environment in which you will speak on your own. You will not feel any difficulty, right? And during that conversation, they will know everything that they wanted to know about you. Okay, so I just now told you that you need to have a depth of understanding on variety of issues that includes your DAF as well. On your detailed application form, you have provided some information about yourself. So prepare variety of questions on your DAF. You can send your DAF to us and we will help you to prepare a customized questionnaire for you also, right? So the first thing is to prepare questions and answers on the basis of your DAF. But when you prepare questions, there is a word of caution here. Do not try to memorize those questions and answer those questions in a monotonous way, because that will not help. Second thing, you cannot prepare all the expected questions and their leading questions. So be ready, mentally alert to answer any kind of question that they may ask. So try to enhance your spontaneity so that you can answer any question that they will ask spontaneously, even from their DAF, right? I will tell you in the coming videos or with the one-to-one session how to increase your spontaneous response. We will talk about this. Okay, before moving forward, let us know what are the three most important things that you must have to score 190 plus in this process. The first thing that you should have, in my opinion, is that your listening skills should be robust. You should not only listen but feel what others, the interviewers, are thinking, what they intend to know. So, the first and the most important requirement for any purposeful conversation is listening what others are saying to you, what others intend to know from you. The second thing, you should express what they wanted to know. Do not give them a memorized, monotonous, poker faced answer. That will not help. You are a human being, you have emotions. Do not hide emotions. Some positive emotions should be reflected. That is reflected through your body language, your facial gestures, and all. And the third thing is your confidence with politeness. You may have knowledge on some issue and you might consider yourself as an expert. Suppose you are a computer expert, you are a medical doctor, and you may think that you know better than what the board is knowing. Do not be arrogant on that stage. Try to be very, very polite, but at the same time, be confident. Do not try to counter or teach them anything. Just put your point forward with politeness. That is very important. Do not hurt the ego of the board. Okay, now let us move forward after these three key requirements that are must in your personality towards how you should do. So the first thing that you must do that I just told you is that listen to understand the demand of the question that the interviewer is asking, right? Because to have a purposeful communication, you must understand what the interviewer is asking. Second thing that you should do during the interview is speak with full conviction. Whatever you speak, you should express yourself fully, right? You should speak the thing that you believe in, not just superficially you are saying anything. Because conviction is the most important quality of an administrator, right? If you speak with conviction, others will believe on you that what you say, you believe in it, and that is why others will also believe in it, right? Third thing that you should have is the consistency of your thoughts. You should be consistent throughout your interview. Let me explain it how you should be consistent. At one stage, one of my students says that his district is known for literacy. The literacy ratio in his district is very high. But in the subsequent questions, after 10 minutes, he says that literacy is a problem of my district, right? So here that student have contradicted himself. Do not contradict. If you say one thing, if you support that patriarchy is wrong, then do not say at other place that you women need the protection of men. This cannot be an example at all, but still just to tell you, right? Do not defend the same question. But here, this consistency does not mean that you become rigid also. If suppose you have an opinion about something and the interviewer are providing you some solid facts and they are asking you now what you think, okay, then you can retrench your argument. You can take their permission, sir, in the light of the emerging facts, I want to change my opinion because now I feel that earlier beliefs that I had were no longer uh, valid in my opinion as of now. And maybe I need to learn something more about it. So, this flexibility, along with consistency and coherence of thoughts is very, very important for you. Okay, what else? Number 4 is that be decisive. If they ask you a single question that what do you think whether the Kumbh Mela should be held or not, they are asking clearly what you think, right? Whether it should be held or not. So be decisive. Say yes or no because they wanted to know that. Keep your argument with, hold your argument unless they poke you to give the reasoning, right? Because they just wanted to know what you do. One of my students says that he was asked a question. He belongs to Ayodhya and he was asked a question whether you will perform car seva or not. And the student says that I will not. He was decisive at this point, right? He did not poke further to know about the reasoning, but this quality they were looking for. So do not get confused that they are asking you politically biased question or religiously colored questions. No, actually sometimes they are putting you in a difficult position to check whether you can handle yourself or not, or whether you're you get backstaged or not, right? Don't go on the back foot. Play on the front foot with confidence and politeness. The fifth thing that I believe during the interview process that you should do, be rational and balanced. Whatever decision that you take, whatever opinions or beliefs that you should have, they should be backed by some rational, some reasoning, some logic, and they should be balanced. You can have mild criticism of the government, and you can definitely criticize the government. And especially if I give you the example of this Kumbh Mela, you can criticize this decision that from the point of view of the public health, such event may pose a threat to the public health. Even our Article 25 of our Constitution of India says so, that health can be a condition for putting limitations on freedom of religion. So be rational, balanced. Now, you should have opinions. You are going to become a civil servant, a bureaucrat, and tomorrow you will manage the entire district. You may manage the police force, you may manage some other duties that you may be assigned for. So you, as an individual, as a citizen, as a free living being, has right to have an opinion, right? You should have an opinion and you should have a clear stand on the issues. If you are being asked, you should put forward your opinion, right? Do not hide your opinions, and those opinions should be based on some logic, right? Use your entire knowledge base, whatever knowledge that you have acquired through your learning, your observation, your own experience, right? Try to use that. And finally, I would say that be flexible to accept your mistakes wherever you make. There is no harm in accepting your mistakes. Moreover, other than that, I would say that there are certain things that you should keep in mind while you enter in the interview room. The first thing, never ever think that the board is biased. The board is highly rational. They are not at all biased, whether religiously or politically. They are experts, they are logical people, and they want to select people for the highest and the most important people, most important officers for this country, right? So they are not at all biased. This, if you think that they are biased, then it will basically affect your interview negatively. They are not at all biased. Second thing, do not rush to answer. When they ask you something, just take a deep breath to understand what they wanted to know. This is a part of your listening abilities. Do not rush to answer. Think ponder and then answer, right? Next, what you should not do, do not try to outsmart the board. I have already mentioned that even if you are expert on a field, do not try to outsmart the board. You may give some inputs, but very politely. Your outsmartness may be very wrong for your score. Next, be crisp and do not stretch your answers unnecessarily. Stick to what is being asked. Okay? Whatever the board wanted to know, you just answer that thing. Do not say that this and that, right? By unnecessarily stretching your questions. So, this is what I wanted to tell you about this stage of your examination. If you have any doubt, any query on any kind of questions, whether it is state specific, whether it is your DAF specific, whether it is your optional specific, or any general or personal question, you can ping me on the mobile numbers given on this video. Okay, any query, any doubt, I will be very happy to help you for anything related to your interview. Thank you and stay safe.